And I'm going to pull this up on Facebook, which we are live. Do a little test. All right. And the volume's good. Okay, great. Let me share this real quick to my page. Y'all join us. Okay. Well, welcome back to another WCN Live here in the Wilson County News Break Room. My name is Kristen Weaver. I am Director of Operations, and today we have
Gary Moy, and I'm glad to be here, and I appreciate the invite from
This is so exciting. This is going to be a great conversation. We hope that you share far and wide and join us today. Before we get things started, I would like to thank our sponsor, The Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet here in Floresville. They are located next to each other on 181, and you can shop all makes and models, as well as a huge service department to help you out with your service needs, and also careers. So check them out, and we thank you, The Price Way, for being a sponsor of WCN Live for many months now. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do here is draw us a winner. So every Wednesday when we're on WCN Live, we ask you to post a comment. It can be a hi, hello. You can ask us questions, anything to get your name in there while we're live. And then the following week, we draw a winner from those commenters. So today we are going to ask Gary to draw us a winner from last week.
All right. And it is Gary Moy. Sharon Pullman.
Very good, Sharon. Congratulations. She is a regular, loyal watcher of WCN Live. And Sharon will be reaching out to you for the fact that you won our comment contest. So today we're going to be talking about Kickin For A Kure, which is a huge, well-known event, which Gary started. And before we get into that, we have a few little introductions. So Gary, tell us a little about yourself.
Okay. I was born and raised in actually Pavelicville, not Falls City. Went to school in a small town community at Sestahova. I went through the 8th grade, and then back in the day, we transferred to Falls City. So I graduated from Falls City and started a career in the oil and gas business. Okay. I'm a petroleum geologist. Been doing that for too many years. But it's been enjoyable, and I like everything I do. Yeah. I raise cattle and registered Brahma cattle, and my oil and gas company has started in 1985, and it's Britanco, and it was formed after my 2 kids. My daughter's name is Brittany, and my son's name is Tanner, so that's where Britanco originated from.
That is so neat. Wow. I've learned so much about you already. I feel like I know you. So great. That explains your role in our community, what you've been doing. Now, so let's get into how Kickin For A Kure got started. What do you want to tell us about that?
Well, Kickin For A Kure, it was kind of a brainstorm of mine. I wanted to do something special in memory of my wife after she had passed in 2007. So I didn't want a normal golf tournament or something. Mm-hmm. So one day we were sitting and drinking a cold beer and thought of having, and we were down at the bay, and we were going to call it Beach Boys Bash at the Bay. And we couldn't get the Beach Boys, so we toned it down a little bit and came over to Kosciuszko, and I have a couple of good friends. My late cousin, Sean Kowalik, he was part of the brains behind this with me. His friend, Larry Beatrick, who takes care of the hall. And they had some successful events in the past at Kosciuszko with entertainers. And their entertainment gentleman was John Owens. So between us 4, we came up with the idea of starting Kickin For A Kure. And it was actually called K-Town Kickin For A Kure. Right. And from that, it had escalated from our original tables. We sell tables for $2,500 a piece, which includes a steak dinner, all your drinks and beverages, great concert, and so the very first one in Kosciuszko we had sold 25 tables. The next year we had 50. And then it just grew and grew, and the logistics of it got kind of complicated, but we eventually moved to the Expo Hall.
Wow, exciting. Wow, so you really want to share this video today and get some people joining in. We are going to, I want you to answer a question first while we're live. We want to know, share your favorite entertainer from Kickin For A Kure, because that's what you've drawn, like really big entertainment. Well, you wanted to have the Beach Boys, but right. So, but that's where like you really aim high. So this is
Yes.
an event that it's just very. That's why it's so well known. But we want you to, in addition to comment while we're live, go ahead and share your favorite entertainer from the past that you've known to come to Kickin For A Kure. So yeah, you're at the point where you're at the location for the event starts in Kosciuszko with your connections there, but basically it's outgrown itself. So you had to move it to San Antonio. So when was that? What year?
We
about?
moved to San Antonio it's actually 8
That
with
many.
COVID,
Wow.
about 8 years. This is going to be our 12th year.
Okay.
We missed
Yeah.
2 years with COVID, and the logistics, I would love to continue having it at Kosciuszko, which we had great support from Kosciuszko area and the local area. But with the logistics of new homes, parking, tents, stages, the logistics just were quite difficult to continue to have it in Kosciuszko.
Wow.
So what I checked around and was able to deal with the Coliseum people where I thought that's what I was going to have it. But the Expo Hall is a better fit because it handles a lot more people than the Coliseum does. So it's really good. We would work in Kosciuszko for a month and a half, 2 months, building sheds, covers for the local community. I built 3 covers, pouring concrete, paving. We did a lot of improvements there.
Incredible.
Yeah. But it took like 6 weeks to get all that done, if not more.
Right.
Here at the Expo Hall, it relieved us of a lot of responsibility because they take care of it all. We get in on Friday morning and we got to be out at noon on Sunday.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
logistically, and they take care of security, ticketing, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow.
So it really works well.
That's very, very cool. So the goal, let's talk about the goals. The reason for this event and it raises funds for. Talk about that a little bit.
I wanted something special in memory of my wife and to keep the money local. And the Leukemia Society, when we were going through our deal, they provided funds for housing, et cetera, and et cetera. And instead of the money going into a large Leukemia Society, which you'd never see, last year, and I'll read you what they did. They started a local branch where our money is designated to the individuals in South Texas who unfortunately have leukemia or lymphomas.
Okay.
So what it states, the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, South Central Texas Local Financial Assistance Fund is available to blood cancer patients who reside in designated counties in South Central Texas. The program provides a grant of $500 to assist with cancer-related expenses, including housing, food, clothing, utilities, transportation. The program opened in May of 2023, and during that time, 180 awards were provided, and $90,000 was provided for assistance. And generally, the benefit provides for anywhere between $50,000 and $150,000 to the Leukemia Society, depending on the profits that we make. All the money that is made, no one takes any. There are not any service charges or any salaries from the foundation. Every penny that we make goes back to the Leukemia Society.
Wow. That's really amazing. And if you haven't had a chance yet, our editor, Nanette Kilby-Smith, she wrote the article in this week's paper about Kickin For A Kure. So I encourage you to go back and read that when you have a chance. It's real nice and gives a good background and really understanding of this event, everything you need to know. Okay, the next thing I have on my list, is there something else you wanted to mention there?
Oh, I was just, we kind of skipped over,
Yes.
And I can do that at the very end.
Okay, more about the event.
Yeah, we can do that at the end.
While we're talking about what this benefits, the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, explain what Be the Match is.
Be the Match is a program that provides for assistance, actually not assistance, it is Be the Match. What you do is provide your bone marrow for someone who has leukemia or lymphomas. So if you are in dire need of a transplant, it's a very easy step to go through. We have a section at the benefit where you come in, and if you're under the age of 50, I think, to be a donor, you just take a simple swab with a swab in your mouth. They seal it, send it off, and it goes into the leukemia registry. So, and then if you happen to be a match with someone who is needing a bone marrow transplant, they contact you, and then you go through the series, which to be a donor is very simple. There's not really anything very invasive on your part. Really? They extract blood and strip your bone marrow cells, and that's basically it.
Wow.
And a neat story, last year at the event, I was able to bring a friend of mine, his son, got swabbed. He was a 30-year-old individual from Midland, Texas, and he was swabbed the year before, or a couple of years before, and he ended up being a match for a 12-year-old kid in Louisiana. Wow. So they were a match, and he eventually became his donor. Flew up to New York, where the hospital where he harvested his cells, and I actually had both of them on stage. If you were at the event last year, or anyone, you saw them on stage. I had them both there to give their testimony. It was very touching.
That is so great. What awareness you really are building with, I can imagine, the number of people that come to your event and they know what this is all about, that you're just reaching in that one day, not to mention like beyond that in promoting and what you're doing. So to really gain that for this, like talk about, share a little about how much that you've seen come in in donations.
Yes. The local support of this event has been tremendous, from the Karnes and Wilson County and Bexar County, and actually Atascosa. People from all over have come and participated in this. The local, there are several people who have given thousands of dollars to the organization through this, which probably if we didn't have the event, they would probably donate that money elsewhere. But with this event, they donate it for the benefit, which eventually gets to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Yeah.
So it has been quite touching, and if you or anyone else who might want to come, we still have tickets available for the event, and I can get into that here in a little while if you would like.
That's right, and we've got tickets that we are going to be giving away, so we want you to tell us some of your favorite entertainers from Kickin For A Kure in the comments, and we are going to find a way to get people to your event. So let's go ahead and tell people what is going on. So this event, Kickin For A Kure, is actually this Saturday.
Yes.
What do we need to know?
Okay, this Saturday is the doors. We have my son started a washer tournament. So this at 2:30, our scheduled events go like this. At 2:30, the washer tournament registration starts. At 3 o'clock, the washer tournament begins, At 5 o'clock, the doors open for the concert and attendees. From 5 to 6, we have a local girl that I met at the San Antonio Rodeo who is performing in the courtyard, and her name is Erica Daniels, and she has a really good following, and she's going to play while people are coming into the building from 5 to 6. At 6 o'clock, a friend of mine, Randy Carroll, on KJ97, he sings the national anthem, been doing it for 11 years.
Cool.
And says the prayer, and that kind of starts the event. We eat from 6 to 6:45, dinner. Sarah Evan comes on at 6:45 to 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock to 8:10, I'll have a guest speaker.
Okay.
And then we have a live auction from 8:10 to 8:30. And then John Michael Montgomery comes on at 8:30. And at 9:45 to 10:45 we have a live auction. And that's really where we make, that's kind of where we do real well. We do very well on participation there.
I bet.
We have sold. A friend of mine has become real good friends with Hank Williams Jr., and he always donates a rifle or a pistol.
Oh, neat.
And one year, his rifle sold for $75,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that was.
Wow.
So then we have Jody Messina comes on at 10:30, and at 11:45 we have a raffle drawing.
Wow.
And doors close at 12. So.
That is so neat. That does sound like a lot of fun. Well, tell us about the washer tournament. What do we need to know about that?
Well, if you can throw washers, you don't have to be that good. It's a fun time where people just get out and mingle and throw washers. Although there are some very good young talent out there in the washer tournament.
Yeah.
We have a friend of mine, Dwayne and Ryan Kajekwa. They make the washer boards for me, and there's 20 sets. So what if you win the washer tournament or place in the top? We give every washer board away. So you place in the top 4 or 5, you get a set of washer boards.
Oh, cool.
And then it's really cool. It's a fun time.
Wow, it sounds really nice. Okay, so we know when it is. It's this Saturday, and we've got tickets to give away. So we're going to be doing some more things here. As people jump on this video and they see it, we're going to put some more instructions out there. Let's go ahead, and did we miss anything from your notes on what you were going to mention before we kind of round things off here?
Well, I'll do that at the very end.
Yep.
I can do it right now. I just wanted
okay.
to thank all my help. I couldn't do this myself without the help of my office staff, Cheryl Fitzsimmons. She has been very helpful, and I have the newcomer of the year, which she is a bulldog. Her name is Gary Moy, and she, without her, I don't think half of this could be done. Plus, one of my very good friends who was a patient with my wife, her name is Cassie Farias. She takes care of all the beer sales. My cousin Isidore Moy, he's with the local fire department, and he's just unbelievable.
Wow.
My right-hand man, Jonathan Kuthach, he helps with a lot of transportation and donations. I couldn't do it without him either. My family, my son and daughter, Tanner and Brittany, my daughter-in-law, Crystal, and my wife, Charlotte. They've worked very well with everybody, and actually my 2 little grandkids, Cy and Sage, they run around and help put nameplates on the table. So it's a kind of a family affair. And also my family. Every one of my sister-in-laws and brothers are there helping in this thing.
That is amazing. I mean, it's just what you described. I know it takes it's like a well-oiled machine,
Yes.
That it all comes together. And people just have such a good time at this event. It is well attended. So we are going to be giving tickets away. So we're going to find a way to get these in your hands and make sure that that we can get some people there too who may not have gone otherwise. And some of the comments here, we have good mornings, and definitely a worthy event, says Anthony Delgado. I would agree. And Nanette shared that it's amazing that Gary Moy has brought so many amazing musicians and bands to this event. Her faves are Charlie Pride and Alabama. Oh yeah, those are some good ones.
Yes.
Well, speaking of and talking about entertainment, what are some of the other names that have come across the stage?
We've had one of my favorites was Alabama and Charlie Pride. Also, Hank Williams Jr. was very good. Reba McEntire, Dwight Yoakam. We've had great entertainers. We had a local guy in Carn City when we started, John Wayne Schultz, who performs around the area. He was really good. And another one who really knocked it was Josh Turner. He threw in a little Bible songs of his in there, and it was really we've done a real good job. That's one thing. I give him a hard time. His name is John Owens. He's my promoter who finds the entertainment, along with a group of polls that we get. And so yes, it's
that's amazing.
Quite
You've
a
had
chore.
to learn a lot along the way
Sure
in this
have.
business.
Sure
Yeah.
have.
Become a pro at it.
I would like to find an entertainer out there. If anybody knows an entertainer who might do it pro bono, that is what the most expense out of this event is the entertainment. It takes a lot to get these performers down here, and they usually do not cut you any breaks because I'm sure the entertainers would, but it has to go through their managers, and they have a set fee, and so. But if anybody has any stroke with any entertainers, please help us out, because we would love to get someone out there.
Wow, that's incredible. So again, let's leave people with where they can learn more about Kickin For A Kure, as well as the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Yes, you can go there's a lot of neat pictures on it. KickinForAKure.com. Go in there and scroll through any of the items that you would like, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about Kickin For A Kure from the first event all the way through. I think there's pictures on there from every event now. And the Leukemia Society is lls.org. And there's a local chapter here in San Antonio where you can also Google that and get in touch with someone there.
Great. And also, yes, thanks. Nanette shared the link to Kickin For A Kure in the comment feed, so thank you for that. And as a reminder, let's leave them folks with when the event is and kind of some of those times and stuff again, if you would.
Main thing is this Saturday, the doors open for the Washer tournament at 2:30, and at 5 o'clock, the general admission attendees, the doors open for it. It will be it's not a clear bag, it's a small bag. Last year there was some confusion about bags. We had kind of dropped the ball on that, but this year you can bring a small bag, nothing large, and no alcohol. It's all provided for you, free of cost.
Great. And you can be watching us today. We're going to share a way for you to be able to get tickets from us for this event. And as well as, I'm sure if you go to the website Kickin For A Kure, that you can also connect to get your tickets and things
Yes,
there.
you can still, tickets will be available till the day of the sale. You can buy them at will call, even on a walk-up. You can buy individual VIP. If I was to recommend, if you can afford the VIP tickets, they're $250 a piece. But your meal, it provides for a ribeye steak dinner by Outlaw Catering. Also, all your beverages, margaritas, wine, whiskey, beer, everything is provided free of charge for your VIP ticket. So it's well worth the money.
Wow, it is. That really is. Well, that's quite something. We wish you all the luck and look forward to seeing and getting out to this event And we'll be sharing more ways how we're going to get some tickets in your hands. So I will continue to ask you while you're watching this video even later to share with us some of your favorite entertainers. I'm going to remind you to do that because that's how we're going to be giving these tickets away. So even if you're seeing this video, later today, do that. And also just want to thank you so much for coming today, taking your time while I know this is a very hectic, busy time for you as you're getting things ready. And we wish you all the luck and love your way. And we also want to thank you for joining us today, as you do every week. I want to thank our sponsor, The Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, as well as Richardson Brothers Chevrolet here in Floresville. They are located on 181 next to each other, and you can shop all makes and models, as well as a huge service department and even careers. So give them a shout out. And thank you. And again, thanks. This is the end of our conversation, but keep it going. We want to know your favorite entertainers. We're going to be giving away tickets, so you be watching for us to get in touch with you. Thank you again, and see you next week.
Thank you.